Hi all, welcome back to our channel TechnoMonk, where we discuss on ServiceNow things and tips and trick on ServiceNow coding. So today discussion is somewhere around URL type fields. Okay, so you must be knowing that there is one field which is called as URL type field. Okay, and I'll be showing you out for let's if I go on incident. So for my use case, I've created one field or of URL type. So if you go over here and if you see this is the test URL is the URL field and you have to unlock it out and you can type anything over here. Okay, like HTTPS colon slash something like this. Okay, you add URL to this field. Now the interesting thing is that key if you see this field, okay, if I reload this field, reload this form, then this particular field is locked and you have to click lock in, lockout, and then you can add your text. But if you're thinking from a consulting point, right, or if you are thinking from a design thinking point of view, right, you have to always focus on reducing the number of clicks a user needs to do on the form. Okay, so what today we'll be focusing on how we can unlock this particular field, URL type of field, just for one form, or if you want to do it globally, right, for all the URL fields, then you can do that also. And we'll keep a one thing in mind, that unlocking this field only makes sense when this particular field is empty, right? If I type like this, okay, something google.com, and now it doesn't make any sense, right? Because if I lock it, then only it creates a hyperlink over there, right? So today we'll be seeing how we can do that. So let's look at the first scenario where we want to unlock this, keep this field unlock if it's empty only on specific form, for example on incident table. So for that, what we have to do, I will just go right click configure. You have to write a client script, and in client script we'll create a new client script. And I just forgot the name of the field, but we will look into that. So I will give name as unlock URL, and we'll keep it type as onload. And what we'll be doing, if g underscore form dot get value of what, of that field, I think it will be u underscore what, test URL. I think it was test URL is equal to empty. Then only we have to execute our logic. Okay. So what you have to do over here, g underscore form dot. There's something different. Okay, what we do in our day-to-day life, you have to use get control, and in get control you have to just, we will not be providing the URL name, but we'll be providing the action. Okay, form action kind of thing. Okay, so it should be the field name, which is u underscore test URL underscore unlock, because this is an event on the form. If you look into the console also, you will be able to see it. So unlock, so we got the hold of this particular event, and then we can do, we can just with the go with the click operation for it. Yeah, there are a lot of things, okay, which you can do, um but for now we just want to get the click event triggered for that particular URL field. So when we click on that particular lock icon, it gets open, so it will be done on load itself. And I will just format the code and I will save. I'm not pretty sure about this. Oh, I made one mistake. It should be in inverted commas, so I will do that also. So here and over here also. The most important thing over here is this one. where this unlock, you have to add underscore unlock when you are writing um it down. Yeah. So I think this is clear. So I will just save this again. And what we'll do, we'll just go back to the incident. If I go back to the incident, let's see. Now you can see the test URL has been opened up. Okay. Now you can add, and it will if I, let's see, if I add something to it. Okay. So if I do https colon double slash google.com. Okay. And if I log it out, and now if I save it, it should not be opened, right? Perfect. If I empty it out now, and if I save, it will be open. So our logic is working. So this is the first scenario. And this scenario, I feel this scenario makes complete sense. Now we will deactivate this particular scenario. And what if we have to have this configuration across the instance, right? Why across the instance? Because this is kind of generic scenario, right? And this is, I feel this is a valid scenario, right? That you want to unlock the URL field when it's empty, right? So for that, ServiceNow has already provided a system property, and to search that, I will just use SNUtils, and it's something called property empty underscore URL. So I've deactivated the client script, by the way. Okay, so it will be locked out, and now by default it's set to false. Okay, this particular property, and you can see the description: unlock empty URL fields on the form load. That's what we have done in the client script also. So if I make it true and save it, now if we go back to the form, I will open the same form, and probably it should be opened. But this particular property will act across the instance. Okay, so you should always discuss before enabling this property out. Why it didn't happen? I didn't save it or not? What? Just check once. Glide UI unlock empty URL. Let's do no cache. And if we go back to what? Didn't? I think it's because of some cache itself. Okay. But this property works. Hmm. Let's see. So you got that particular property, right? So this is what you have to do. Okay, I will just try one more time. I will just clean the cache of the system. Let's see. It's not getting load only. Okay, the cache one. And if I go back, if I go to, okay, history is also gone. Dot list. Okay, it's open. And if I open some other incident, not sure. I think it's a Chrome cache also I have to clean. But this is all for today's tutorial. Okay, it's working kind of thing. Okay, because I've implemented it in my project. So this is all for today's tutorial. I hope you like it out. Okay, if you like it out, please subscribe to my channel, and I'll be sharing this kind of tips and tricks. Okay, which I'm using in my day-to-day project. And I got this reference from a person called Charan V. Okay, so thanks Charan for sharing it out. So thank you and have a nice day.